better schools. We often absorb the frustration, the anger, and the anxiety of the people we represent. We manage constant tasks, long monthly meetings, and the deeply personal emotional toll of responding to neighbors who look to us for immediate answers to complex problems. Yet despite the exhaustion, we all know the beautiful, quiet gratification of being of service to your community and to your city. It is the drive to serve that keeps you going well past the feeling of being spent. But we must remember a humbling truth. The work is never done. The task and the checklist items are ever-present shadows. The very things we pour our blood, sweat, and tears into today will persist long after we are gone. Being an alder means accepting that the work is truly never ending. In those moments when we think we have finally resolved a neighborhood dispute or passed a major feat, we open our eyes to find that there is still so much more to do. So I implore you to take this time to find a moment to reflect. Remember that this time we spent here and this beautiful, chaotic journey that we are all on will still be here when our time is up. We are temporary caretakers of these seats. Please find your rhythm. Make space for the people and the moments that matter most to you during this season of service. As we completely pour ourselves out to serve others, we must take time to fill our own cups. We must take care of ourselves to be the best, most compassionate servants to our community and to our state. Let us move forward not just with the duty in our minds, but with love in our hearts, bound together by the profound honor of the shared sacrifice. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening. I move approval of the journal of the July 6, 2026 Board of Alder's meeting.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any correction?
Questions for the journal? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Under unanimous consent, I ask each CN items 1 through 3, one from the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer submitting an order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven approving the closure of Allen Street between Park Street and Broadway on Saturday, October 3rd, 2026 for the 2026 Chalk Art Festival.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move that.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. I actually consider item number 2 from the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer submitting an order to the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven approving the closure of College Street and High Street between Elm Street and Child Street on August 23rd, 2026 from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the closure of Grove and Elm Street from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Monday, August 24th, 206 College Street between Yale, no, I'm sorry, August 24th, 2026, College Street between for Yale first year arrivals, the Yale Graduate School Matriculation, and Yale College opening ceremony.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move that.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent items for 3 from the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer submitting an order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven approving the street closures of State Street from East Street, Behind Place at Elwood Street, from State Street to Maple Street for the 2026 Trip to Death Flea Market Festival on Saturday, August 29, 2026, with the rain date September 5th, 2026.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on item number 4 from the Registrar of Voters to make a resolution of the Board of Aldermen of the City of New Haven, authorizing the mayor, budget director, or controller of the City of New Haven to accept funding from the State of Connecticut Secretary of State Office pursuant to General Section 467 of Public Act 26 through 68 in the amount of $60,512.54 for costs related to eliminating the and conducting early voting for the 2026 elections.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I understand this consent item number 5 from the Deputy Director of Administration of Planning Department of Public Works, submitted a resolution of the Mayor Board of Aldermen, authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement to commit to and participate in a regional household hazardous waste collection center with the South Central Connecticut Regional Water Authority for a period of July 1, 2026 through June 30, 2029.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I understand consent item number 6 from Mario Alvarez, submitting the order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account numbers 51662 8047051 and 51544. 7 from Shanice Holloway, submitting the order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account numbers 82177 81733, 57896, 57374, 57363, and 57362. From Jose the Carpio Beltra, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account number 63548. 9 from Ernest Johnson, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account number 75827. 10 from Nicole Finger, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account number 77353, 78360, and 78492. 11 from Andre L. Nathan, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account numbers 82807 and 82808. 12 from Michelle Min, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account numbers 83717, 83193, and 85291. 13 from Julian Santana, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account numbers 95793, 95805, 97988, and 98015. 14 from Angelique Watson, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen concerning assistance with tax account numbers 106124, 106831, and 96470. And 15 from Anne DeMaio, submitting an order of the Board of Aldermen approving a petition to the Board of Aldermen for abatement deferral of collection of tax due of her residence grand list of 2025.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move these items.
Second.
The items have been moved and second discussion. I call an order from Board 21.
Thank you, Madam President. These are taxpayers asking for assistance. So the first are ones they can pay these outstanding bills. If we approve this, we will bring in $11,725.71. The final is for repeat tax abatement for a constituent who qualifies. I'm asking my colleagues' support for all these items. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it.
Thank you, Madam President. Communication that item 16 through 55. The first readings. I know items 56 through 58. That's the second readings. The second readings. I do item 59, City Services and Environmental Policy Committee favorable. A through C, a order concerning designating the corner of Bishop Street and State Street as 5-3 corner, perpetuity, for integrity, visionary leadership, great contributions, and lifelong service to the city of New Haven. B order concerning designating the southeast corner of College Street and Elm Street as John Wilhelm Corner, perpetuity, for his leadership to the labor movement, his contribution to community organizing, and his lasting service to the city of New Haven. C order of the New Haven Board of Aldermen authorizing the mayor of the city of New Haven to enter into a 5-year license agreement with the Greater New Haven Transit District for the license and use of a telecommunications facility located at East Rock Park, New Haven, in an amount not to exceed $7,200 per year, and to execute all documents and contracts as necessary.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion, I call on order from Ward 9.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, June 4th, 2026, the City Services and Environmental Policy Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend this order naming for Bob Frew. This order designates the northeast corner of Bishop Street and State Street as Bob Frew Corner, in honor of Bob Frew's lifelong service and contributions to our city. Mr. Frew was a dedicated public servant, he was an architect, he was an educator, a community leader, a father, and a husband who helped to revitalize our beloved business corridor, Upper State Street. He served on the Board of Alders as the alder for Ward 9. He led Habitat for Humanity and helped to establish the Computer Science Department at Southern Connecticut State University. I strongly encourage colleagues to vote favorably to support naming the corner of Bishop Street and State Street as Bob Frew Corner. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. And before I go back to the majority leader, if you have an electronic device, can you please turn it off? Thank you. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 60, community development favorable resolution of the Board of Aldermen authorizing the city of New Haven to apply for and accept a grant from the Connecticut Department of Economic and Community Development in the amount of $5,540,000 and to partner with the Glendower Group to support the remediations of the property located at 169 Union Avenue for the development of mixed-use projects.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 6.
Thank you, Madam President. On Wednesday, June 17th, 2026, the Community Development Committee met and we voted favorably to recommend the approval of applying for and accepting a grant from the Connecticut Department of Economic and Community Development in the amount, again, of $5,540,000 to remediate 169 Union Avenue mixed-use development project site. We heard from the City's Economic Development Office, who shared Glendower Group Inc., owner of the 1.9 acre property located at 169 Union Avenue, designated for the redevelopment as a mixed-use project consisting of 541 rental units and retail space. Environmental investigations conducted by Payne Environmental indicated that the remediation of the property remediation of the property will need to be prior to the construction of the project. The city has the opportunity to obtain, again, as mentioned previously, the $5,540,000 in funding from the Connecticut Department of Economic and Community Development Municipal Grants Grant Program to conduct the remediation task. We support the approval of applying for and accepting this grant and ask for the full board support as well. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The ayes have it, majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 61, legislation favorable A, zoning ordinance text amendment approving the amendment to section 42, table 3, use table paragraph 5 of the New Haven zoning ordinance. Limited cultural activities not carried on as a gainful business, including art galleries, libraries, and museums, to be presented or permitted as a right in the light industrial districts.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. I call on order for Ward 27.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, June 30th, the legislation committee met and we would like to favorably recommend this item to the board. The zoning change would allow cultural activities such as galleries, libraries, and museums to be permitted as of right in light industrial districts. This zoning change adheres to the city's goals of encouraging urban tourism and aligns with the city's plan of conservation and development and the Vision 2034 comprehensive plan. Although some concerns were raised regarding removing properties from the tax rolls, not all cultural activities are nonprofits. Also, some nonprofits indirectly pay property taxes due to leasing their businesses or their business space for or from for-profit landlords. I respectfully encourage colleagues to favorably support this zoning change to allow cultural activities as of right in the IL districts.
Any further discussion? I call on order for Ward 20.
Thank you, Madam President. I also rise in support of this zoning text amendment. In committee, we heard this item twice, and I really longed over the decision, but what persuaded me most is the thought of a small nonprofit that wants to come to an IL zone or expand in the city. You know, they don't have the resources to hire counsel. They can't go through the risk of purchasing this property and not knowing what the decision will be in terms of the special permit. We want to promote these uses and spaces in our community, and I think it makes sense for them to be as of right. Thank you, Madam President.
I will now call on order for Ward 7.
Thank you, Madam President. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation, this zoning ordinance. Art and culture are essential to who we are as a community, and I fully in support of spreading through every area of New Haven, whether industrial or not. This is a way that we can connect with each other. We can see, investigate our past, our present, our future, and our souls. And so I am very in support of this legislation. I'm very glad that our city supports arts and culture where it may be. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is a zoning ordinance text amendment, and I have the city council take the roll.
Theodore.
Yes.
Douglas. Yes. Howard.
Yes.
Rodriguez. Singh. Yes. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Kim.
Yes.
Martinez.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Vesta. Murphy.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Pedanti.
Yes.
Patel.
Yes.
Dunzo.
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Edwards. Matlack.
Yes.
Streeter.
Yes.
Morrison.
Yes.
Walker Myers.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Marshall.
No.
Marks.
Yes.
Burlow.
Yes.
Hogan.
Yes.
Wingate.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Is there anyone who has voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, item passes, majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 61, legislation favorable B, zoning ordinance text amendment of the New Haven Port of Alders, Article 1, definitions, and Article 5, Section 42, Table 3, use table of the New Haven zoning ordinance to define juice bars and similar facilities, and prohibit juice bars and similar facilities within establishments that operate under a cafe permit and that sell or serve alcoholic beverages.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order for Ward 27.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, June 30th, the legislation committee met and we would like to favorably recommend this item This zoning text amendment would prohibit the establishment of new use bars and similar facilities in New Haven. And I'll just say in brief that adopting this zoning amendment will help enhance public safety, better protect our neighborhoods and children, especially in our downtown sector, and reduce the strain on police, fire, and our emergency public safety. I encourage others to vote in favor of this next amendment.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 1.
Thank you, Madam President. I too rise in support of this. My district has one of the prominent juice bars downtown, and I am very in support of there being fun things to do downtown, of having bars and restaurants and nightlife, but juice bars are not what we need. Juice bars, the name can be confusing, but they are nightclubs that are open to people from ages 18 to 20, as well as 21 plus, but the juice bar is that 18 to 20 zone. And we've consistently seen on the police side, on the public works side, these young people being out really does present a challenge. They're not meant to be served alcohol when they're in these establishments. They are almost always getting served alcohol when they're here. And yeah, I think this is not the full solution to solving, nightlife, public safety downtown. And we need to keep providing things for our youth to do. But I think going to bars and clubs for 18 to 20-year-olds is not something we need in our city right now. So I stand in support, and I know my residents who live above these buildings listen to the chaos, see the chaos, and unfortunately the violence in the streets at night will be grateful any steps we're taking as a city to make sure that we're keeping the streets safe. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, if this is a zoning ordinance text amendment, we'll have the city council take the roll.
Theodore,
Yes.
Douglas,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Rodriguez, Singh,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Millie,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Testa, Murphy,
Yes.
Moran,
Yes.
Melendez,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Ricky,
Yes.
Todd,
Yes.
Enzo,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Edwards, Black,
Yes.
Streeter,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Overmars,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Marchand,
Yes.
Marks,
Yes.
Burlow,
Yes.
Hogan,
Yes.
Wingate,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Is there anyone who has voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who has voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, item passed. Ms. Majority.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 62, tax abatement variable A. Order concerning communication of the tax collector submitting the place of uncollected tax accounts for transfer to the suspense tax book. The order concerning United Workers of New Haven doing business as the Boys and Girls Club of Greater New Haven requesting tax assistance on account numbers 16540 and 58049. C, order concerning real property taxes of Antonio Ortega on motor vehicle tax account 88531. And D, order concerning real property taxes of Knowledge Management vehicle tax account 93503.
Second.
The item has been moved and second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 20.
Thank you, Madam President. Number A, this request from the tax collector is to transfer the uncollected tax accounts to the suspense tax book. The Tax Abatement Committee heard this at the June 23rd meeting and voted to recommend that it be approved. I ask that you approve this action also. Thank you. Number B, the Boys and Girls Club of Greater New Haven did not submit their M3 application for tax exempt status on time, but have since done so, and now request that the taxes, interest, and fees that were assessed be forgiven. The Tax Abatement Committee heard this at the June 23rd meeting and voted to recommend that forgiveness of the taxes, interest, and fees be approved. I ask that you support this action also. C, Mr. Ojeda Medina has requested assistance on the taxes, interest, and fees that he owes on a car that he no longer owns. The Tax Abatement Committee heard this at the 23rd meeting and voted to recommend that forgiveness of the taxes, interest, and fees be approved. I ask that you approve this action also. And number D, Mr. Madden has requested assistance on taxes, interest, and fees that he owes on a car that he owns. The Tax Abatement Committee heard this at the June 23rd meeting and voted to recommend that forgiveness of the taxes, interest, and fees be approved. I ask that you approve this action also. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 63, tax abatement, leave to withdraw A, order granting leave to withdraw to the communication concerning real property tax withdrawal, Harvard Senior. I move legal tax abatement 702-025, 86427, 71964, 71965, 72960, 72961, and 72908. The order granting leave to withdraw to the communication concerning real property taxes of Don Tyrez, aka Dwayne F. Bowles, for vehicle tax accounts 70764, 85952, 85953, 70736, 70737, 70738, 70739, 85934, and 70897.
Second.
Oh,
No,
Madam President, there's one more. And I'm also moving a leave to withdraw for item C, order granting leave to withdraw to the communication from Melissa Brown, submitting order other order holders concerning assistance on taxes on her home account numbers 21348, Grand List 2020 through 2024.
Second.
motion has been made and second. Discussion on a leave to withdraw only. I call on order from Ward 21.
Thank you, Madam President. The final tax, we asked that, it was heard on June 23rd, and we asked that to be, forgiven because, leave to withdraw because they didn't show up. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on a leave to withdraw only? Seeing none, all in favor of giving these items leave to withdraw, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item is withdrawn, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 64, joint community development and tax abatement favorable order for the holders of the city of New Haven, authorizing the city of New Haven to enter into a cooperation agreement with the housing authority of the city of New Haven and Glendower Group Incorporated and East View Terrace LLC, and East View Terrace Phase 1, East Syndication LLC, with respect to the redevelopment of 145 Eastern Street, Phase 1, including the tax abatement pursuant to section 28-4 of the New Haven Code of Ordinances.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion, I call on order from Ward 6.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026, the Joint Community Development Tax Abatement Committee met and we voted to favorably recommend authorization to enter into a cooperation agreement with the Housing Authority of the City of New Haven and Glendower Inc., East View Terrace LLC, and East View Terrace Phase 1, Reef Syndication LLC. We heard from the Economic Development, New Haven's Housing Authority, and Glendower Group, which have begun to implement plans to re-syndicate East View Terrace located 145 Eastern Street. Developers Glendower Group Inc., East Terrace LLC, and East Terrace Phase 1 Re-Syndication LLC have been selected to carry on the rehabilitation, which involves the ownership, operation, and management, construction, and maintenance. Therefore, with committee-approved annual taxes of $450 for 102 units equaling $45,900. We support the authorization of entering into this cooperation agreement and ask for the full board support as well. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extensions? Item passes. Sorry, we did. We are on number 64, correct?
65, Madam President.
My paper says 64. That's right. So, we are now moving to number 65. Okay, so this is the motion to discharge.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Jordan.
Under miscellaneous, I move item 65, motion to discharge. I move item 65.
Second.
From the chair of the finance committee, submitting motion to discharge the committee from consideration of the following legislative matters and take it up for immediate action. Order the board of alders of the city of New Haven authorizing the execution of the collective bargaining agreement between the New Haven Board of Education and Local 287 of Council 4 AFSCME and AFL-CIO from July 1, 2026 to June 30, 2030.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Discussion on motion to discharge only. I call on order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. The Finance Committee heard this item on July 13th. Due to strict time limits set by state law, the committee took no action on it. I request the full board discharge the committee from consideration of this item and take a vote on it tonight. I ask colleagues to vote yes on this motion to discharge. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on the motion to discharge only? Seeing none, all in favor of discharging the item, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extension, the item is discharged as the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion, I call on order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. This is a collective bargaining agreement between the Board of Education and Local 287, AFSCME Council 4, the Union of School Custodians. This 4-year contract provides pay increases of 2.5% in year 1 and 3.5% for each of the remaining years. It will produce cost savings in the areas of pension and medical benefits. The members of the union ratified this agreement and it advances goals for the Board of Education. Given these considerations, I urge colleagues to vote in favor of the motion to approve. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any extension, the item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing on the motion to discharge, I move item 66 from the chair of Public Safety Committee, submitting a motion to discharge the committee from consideration of the following legislative matters and take them up for immediate action. A, order of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the mayor of the city of New Haven to apply for and accept federal emergency management agency assistance to firefighters grant AFG funding in the amount of $1,739,954.86 to replace and upgrade radio equipment. And B, order of the New Haven Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the mayor of the city of New Haven to apply for and accept the federal emergency management agency assistance to firefighters grant at FY25 of $254,181.82 to purchase and upfit a tactical support unit to consolidate specialized rescue equipment.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Discussion on the motion to discharge. I call on order from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam President. I make a motion to discharge.
Tell me why you need a motion to discharge.
Oh, thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam President. We did not have a quorum on that night. That's why we need the motion to discharge and vote on it tonight.
Any further discussion on the motion to discharge only? Seeing none, all in favor of giving this item a motion to discharge, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This is the item of discharge, Mr. McPherson.
Madam President, I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam President. The Public Safety Committee met on Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, to hear from the City Chief Administration Office and the New Haven Fire Department, which share their 3-month assistance to the firefighter grant for $1,739,954.86, will allow us to upgrade and modernize portable radios with advanced features which will subsidize and improve firefighter safety. Thank you, Madam President. We ask for your support tonight.
Can you please turn off the electronic device? Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 2. Thank you, Madam President. The Public Safety Committee met on Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, to hear from the City Chief Administrative Office and the Fire Department to share FEMA assistance firefighter grant for $254,181.82, will allow the city to purchase equipment, tactical equipment to authorize equipment and improve response safety. Thank you, Madam President. I hope y'all support these items.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The item passes 6-0.
Thank you, Madam President. A motion to amend matters previously adopted and do item 67. For the Chair of the Health and Human Services Committee, submitting motion to amend an agreement with Continuum Care Incorporated July 1, 2026 through June 30, 2027 to operate at Elm City Compass Community Responder Program for an amount not to exceed $1,270,000.00, as well as any additional instruments that may be deemed necessary for its meeting to implement the terms of the agreement previously adopted on June 1, 2026, and to take it up for immediate action. LM 2026-0217, order moving for the local authorizing the city of New Haven, mayor, controller, or budget director to accept $600,000 from the state of Connecticut Judicial Branch and to amend an agreement with Continuum Care Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,270,000.00 from July 1, 2026 through June 30, 2027 to operate the Elm City Compass Community Responder Program, including 3 options to renew the contract contingent upon funding availability.
Second.
1 second. I need to not be distracted, so don't point out anything to me, please. Thank you. The motion has been made in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 5.
Thank you, Madam President. The Health and Human Services Committee met on May 28, 2026 regarding this item. The Board of Audit discharged the committee from consideration of this item on June 1, 2026, and then passed the item. Subsequently, due to revision by the state on how it's planned to allocate the fund, an amendment is needed. I have moved that amendment.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes 6-0.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the item.
Second.
So,
My apologies, Madam President.
listen, no, that's okay. This is what I need from you for the rest of the meeting. I need everybody to slow down. Slow down on your seconds, slow down on everything so that we can keep the meeting going very smoothly. I need a distraction over like phones, playing music, ring in, don't tell me two, none of that. That's what I need, so we can get everything on for the rest of the week. Okay, so now let's get back in. Let's get back in order. I lost my place. Okay. And we did we're on number 67? Okay, so we now amended, so now we're going back to the item as amended, and we want to go into any discussion on it. Any discussion? No? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions, item passes, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing the motion to amend matters previously adopted, I move item 68 from Alder Carmen Rodriguez submitting a motion to amend a cooperation agreement with the Housing Authority of the City of New Haven and Glendower Group Incorporated and St. Louis Development Corporation and St. Louis Glendower LLC with respect to redevelopment of 117 through 125 and 129 Willie Avenue, 10 through 12 Goodman Street, and 34 through 36 Berry Street, in which the 44 of the 49 units were originally affordable, but now all 49 units, all 49 will be affordable units previously adopted on February 18, 2025, and take it up for immediate action, LN-2024-0670, order of the Board of Aldermen of the City of New Haven authorizing the City of New Haven to enter into a cooperation agreement with the Housing Authority of the City of New Haven and Glendower Group Incorporated and St. Louis Development Corporation and St. Louis Glendower LLC with respect to the redevelopment of 117 through 125 and 129 Willie Avenue, 10 through 12 Goodman Street, and 34 through 36 Berry Street, including the tax abatement pursuant to section 28-4 of the New Haven Code of Ordinances, and to enter into a memorandum of agreement concerning documentation and preservation of historic buildings affecting or potentially affecting such redevelopment pursuant to section 106 of the National Historic Preservation Act.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none. Listen, you are going off today. That's really what's going on. Too many distractions in here. Okay, so you moved the item, he seconded, I said discussion. There is no discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? We're now back to the item as amended.
I move that.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor of the item as amended, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And before a motion to discharge is appropriate, we will now have points of personal privilege. I call on order number 29.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to give a heavenly birthday shout out to my mom tonight. She was 86 years old. She was a star. She was louder than Robinson, and she became pastor one year, and she became overseer at age 28. I want to give her a shout out tonight. I also want to give a shout out to the block party that we had, the 5th annual block party in the Hills. I think was a success. I want to thank my colleagues who came out and enjoyed the day. It was a wonderful day. It was a beautiful day. And I got to thank Local 34, Local 35, Yale University, Yale Hospitality that came through in a big way. All of our supporters, the Giordano family that supported us. This is our 5th year doing it, and it just feels really good. And I'm just excited. Once again, thank you for all that came out. And I would be remiss if I don't say happy birthday to Madam President, which is coming up in a couple of days. And also my colleague right in front of me, His birthday is August 22nd. Alden Punzo, and we happen to have the same day, so we just giving a shout out to all his birthday people.
I will now call on order from Ward 30.
Thank you, Madam President. I love New Haven, and it's an honor for me to see our very own young people that have graduated from our high schools to move up the ladder in the city and the state of Connecticut. I am honored tonight to have one of my constituents that is here with me, sitting into this chambers with us tonight. Previously, she served as in both the 44th and the 46th presidential administration, holding roles in public affairs and engagement. Her government service includes presidential administration as Principal Director of Communication for the Peace Corps, Senior Public Engagement and Intergovernmental Affairs in the Office of the Vice President, Assist Press Secretary of the United States Department of Commerce, Press Aid Office of the First Lady. Now she serves as a Director of Development Impact Communication for the United States Olympics. And I just want us to give a round of applause to Charmaine Kinder.
I will now call on order from Ward 11. Ward 1.
Thank you, Madam President. I meant to acknowledge this earlier on the floor, but I want to give a big thank you to Cheryl Bergman and Aldo Cupo, who are in the chambers with us tonight for their hard work on the John Wilhelm corner renaming. Aldo and Cheryl approached me this past winter with this idea to name the corner of College and Elm after John Wilhelm, who is a remarkable figure in the history of labor organizing and workers' rights in New Haven and nationwide. John was an undergrad at Yale College. He stuck around in New Haven. He worked himself up the ranks of leadership in Local 35. And then when the clerical and technical workers were organizing to unionize about 40 years ago now, John became the leader of the movement. He negotiated with the university with both persistence and wit, and he won a contract, the first contract, got the workers' representation, and now Local 34 represents over 4,000 people. So yeah, super grateful that this corner renaming passed. The fight that John started was early on and continues to this day, and so I hope that you can all make it out to when we celebrate this corner renaming. But again, a big thank you to Aldo and Cheryl and all of the Yale unions and Students Unite Now who made this possible. It was a real joy to work together, and I'm excited for John to come out, who's still alive, to come from California to the celebration. Thank you all.
I will now go back to order from Ward 11.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to take this moment out for my sister, Annette Murphy, who's fallen gravely ill and she's in Yale David Hospital. Thank you.
I will now call on order from Ward 9.
Thank you, Madam President. There was some additional, building off Alder Theodore's point, there was some additional narrative for item 59B that was just passed tonight that I just wanted to be sure to use part of my personal privilege to be sure that was shared on the record. And that was the order that designates the northeast corner of College Street and Elm Street as John Wilhelm Corner, which would serve as a painful and lasting tribute to Mr. John W. Wilhelm's extraordinary leadership in the labor movement, his contributions to community organizing, and his enduring service to the city. He's widely recognized for his influential leadership in organized labor and for his long-standing organizing work connected to Yale's union sphere in New Haven. And also, he's being honored not only for his contributions to working people in the city's rich labor history, but also for the personal impact that he made in the lives of so many individuals who he coached, encouraged, inspired over the years. And if I may, Madam President, just a second part of my personal privilege, as many of you all know, tonight is my last official Board of Alders meeting as the alder for Ward 9, and I just want to express that it's been just an extraordinary privilege to serve alongside each and every one of you. As a result of working with you, I know for sure that I'm a more rigorous thinker, I'm a more honorable public servant, and I'm a better, more compassionate neighbor. And I just feel like the luckiest person in the world that now, because Megan and I are getting married and we're choosing to buy a home here and stay here forever, that I get to work arm in arm, stand side by side with each of you into the future. It's an extraordinary privilege. Thank you so much, Madam President.
I will now call order from Ward 2.
Thank you, Madam President. Today I experienced something that really touched my heart, and I believe it touched the hearts of many in New Haven. My colleague, Alder from the 3rd Ward, Alder Hubbard, organized a balloon raising release for the young baby that we just lost in this tragic incident that happened over the weekend. So I would ask everybody to stand for a moment of silence for our lost King Best, the young man who was a member of our family, our community. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, colleagues.
I will now call order from Ward 3.
Thank you, Madam President. So I would like to say thank you to my colleagues, especially all of our legal members that work for Morrison, and also to you, Madam President. Last Board of Orders meeting, I had a medical emergency, and I would like to extend by saying thank you to everyone. I received a lot of calls. Oh, I didn't know you here. Cards in the mail, every little act of kindness. I just want you to know that I truly, truly appreciate it. But I do want to go a little further by stating that I'm dealing with a lot of more serious health issues than what we're seeing. And so I'm gonna be vigilant, but not as active. So if anybody can get in contact with me, please forward reach out to Madam President. But again, I truly, truly, truly appreciate every last one of you. And one last thing, I do want to say thank you for everybody for your contribution and your help. We took 720 odd families to Lake Placid for Juneteenth. So again, thank you all. Thank you, Madam President.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? Seeing none, a motion to adjourn the appropriate.
So moved. Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Can I please see orders from Ward 29, 21, 29, 21, and can I please see Ms. Bombero at the podium, please? Thank you.
That's exactly what I hesitated. It worked out saying it.
And how about somewhere around there, it's not going 100.